Got some business to take care of there? I saw you were raising your hand.
No, I think Coach Tyvis is about to break down some plays for us.
Yeah, he's been over there diligently writing down his play to start things. What play is this that you saw?
This was a play that I watched. I watched the New York Jets game yesterday, and I came up with this play because it's very tricky. So I'm going to show you. I was going to do 2 plays, but then in making a quick adjustments, I want to give you this play versus cover 3 and cover 1, seeing that that's
was
what
this
the
a
Browns
big
did.
play for the Jets against the Dolphins?
It's a tough cover is what it is.
Okay.
It's one of those plays that I seen and said, this is going to be a problem for the Browns.
Okay.
So when you see this play, it's in 12 personnel. 12 personnel is 1 running back, 2 tight ends. This is Waddle. This is Tyreek Hill. So we're going for the first, I'm going to do cover 3 for the beginning. So at the beginning of this play, he motions all the way over, and they snap it on the run. Boom. He goes up over there. This is Waddle. Waddle is close, and he goes over this way. This is Gesicki. He comes back this way. And then this is another tight end who goes and sits right here. So versus cover 3, initially, he'll be on him. As he motions over, this will be Genu. He'll move over to be on top of this guy. As he goes up, depending on how they talk this route out, he could tell him, hey, alert the over, and he could drop it. But if he doesn't do that, he's responsible for taking this over route. So for this, let's just say he takes it. He goes with it, right? He goes over that way.
So he's taking Waddle.
Yeah, he's going to go over with Waddle because it's Waddle and everybody fears
But he's
Waddle.
not following Waddle across the field.
No,
He's staying,
he has to just carry it and then he drops it. So this is buzzer. This is a buzzer. He will be over here. This is a hook dropper, 10 to 12. Hook dropper, 10 to 12. Buzzer, obviously he's rolling with Tyreek Hill. So what makes this play so difficult is this. This is ran so deeply that these guys have to accommodate. So this hook dropper has to take Gesicki on this. This is his actual responsibility. This hook dropper right here, Will, has to take this Waddle, which is you're asking a linebacker to check Jalen Waddle. So now he's in a panic mode.
That's a mismatch.
He's gone. But remember, you still got this guy a little bit over the top, which if he's smart, he'll favor it a little bit to give him some body help. But the problem is now everybody's gone. So if you go back and watch this play against the Jets, guess where Tua went with the ball?
Well, I would say to the left side.
No, he went with this guy right here because nobody's there. He's gone. He's rolling. He's buzzing. He's buzzing. So this play got them 12 yards because everybody is gone because they're so scared of the speed, which is what I was saying. The check down is actually going to get you a first down every time.
They ran this play 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
too.
this is like one of their best plays, and like I said, it was against the Jets, so it was one of those things that we're going to.
Is that something they break out on 3rd and long?
This was actually, I think it was a 2nd down play.
Yeah.
1st and 2nd down play.
But if it was effective, was it effective the majority of times?
Yeah, because everybody took off. So the way that you can counter this is this. This is the only way that I can really see this thing working like this. So instead, at the beginning of this play, if he tells him, hey, alert the over, right? I'm dropping this, okay? So he drops this over to this Will. He's going to have to favor it over here. He then picks this one up right here. This corner picks this over up from this tight end. He does that. This Mike is off the hook. He has no drop, so he can come back, and now he can pick that up.
Now, is that on the fly communication?
Yeah, no, so pre-snap. As he goes over, this guy's already reduced. So he should say, hey, alert the over. If he goes over, I'm dropping it. Boom. As the play goes, he goes, hey, over. As the play goes over, he drops it. This Will picks it up. He drops that. He picks this guy up right here because after you drop something as a corner, your eyes is to look to see what's coming back. As he sees this coming back, he will then have to call the mic off and say, hey, I got it. Drop it. I got it. Meaning he's going to pick it up. This Mike can then go to his thing and then look back and see that and make the play. That's literally one of the only
What kind of deep help is available on Tyreek if he decides to go to the side of the field?
None. This is third. He's rolling. You better just go ahead.
Well, that's my fear on that is I know that's not maybe not the first option.
Yeah.
But if he isn't covered off the line, and I know it's a crossbody throw.
Yeah.
But that's what I would be most afraid of.
No, I wouldn't be worried about that because if this Denzel.
If it's Denzel, I'm not worried about it. If it's not Denzel.
Whoever it is, this is why you should play it deep to short because you have this buzzer here. this buzzer typically could be an inside piece or he can have you. So if he, say Tyreek Hill went up and then decided to do a comeback, this buzzer has nothing. So he should be able to play anything underneath.
Right.
So you should be just, I'm over the top, I'm deep. If he runs something short, we'll take that as a win.
So is he 10 yards off the line of scrimmage to start?
This guy he is about 8 yards off the tight end.
You would think for most receivers that's enough cover. I don't feel comfortable with
The corner, listen, you can't, it's not like the corner's pressing.
I mean, I'm just saying.
He's coming over, he's already off, so just
Tyreek's
roll.
so
And he's got a running start.
Yeah, just roll. You just roll with it. You just take it, and it's not as hard as y'all think. Like, I went up against Marquise Goodwin, who's a freaking Olympian.
He's a freak.
Yeah. Just take off.
I know Marquise well.
Yeah, just
Tyreek's
take off.
1 of 1, though. Marquise Goodwin
This is an Olympian we talking about. He just
Tyreek's
take
still
off.
101.
If you stay over top, Tua's gonna look and be like, "Oh, it's not there." Boom. So that's that. So now I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna run it again, and we're gonna do it in the man-to-man. We're gonna do it in the
What
man.
do you think the Browns are going to predominantly play on
Zone.
Sunday? They will
Zone.
play zone.
Zone?
They won't man Tyreek and zone everything else.
They're gonna have to run man eventually because, like I say, these routes is going to make them go into man because that's the only way the check downs is going to get covered because everybody's going to be so afraid.
If you're Tua, you want man, don't you?
Yeah, of course you do. But if you're in zone, that's why your pass rush has to come to life. That's why I keep telling y'all this is going to be a big game for Jadeveon because in this guy chipped this DN, then ran the route. So he's going to be slow on it. But this guy got a free release. So Jadeveon has to find a way to get home.
And while you're drawing this next thing up, PFF, I know we're not in love with their grades, but Teron Armstead, their left tackle, 12th out of 78 graded. Their right tackle, Greg Little, 78th out of 78. So if you're going to attack someone, the right tackle.
Greg Little.
Texas kid. He's the one to attack.
Yeah.
All right. So if this is man, this is how it would look. Because corners travel over in man-to-man. So you would.
So he's following Tyreek.
Yeah, you would know from the snap if they in man because the corner's going to be over here.
And a lot of times that's what they're looking for.
Right.
They want that intel.
So this is how this will work. It's one or two ways, and they're going to have to talk about it. If Denzel got that assignment on Tyreek, and this is Denzel, or if this is Denzel, he's going to roll with it. So let's just say that this is Denzel. So he's going to motion over with it. All right, boom.
Already, that scares the crap out of me.
That's why.
A man
that scares me too.
That's why nobody really
You're
wants
already
to run
behind.
man.
You're already behind.
Exactly my point. This is why I don't really want to run man. So, boom. Obviously, Jalen Waller's going to take him. This safety's going to take him. And then this guy right here, this Sam's going to take him. So, it's covered. But the problem is now you got two fast guys running away from your coverage. And we know that that's hard to do.
And if it's in cover,
Especially with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. And you only got one high guy. And he got to, who, if this is J3, who you want him to help? Waddle? Or Tyreek?
Well, let's pick your poison.
My point.
But I would, in this scenario, I would say I want help on Tyreek.
So you would want him to go over here. So this guy's just going to streak down the middle.
It is 6 is one, half dozen is the other. They can burn you.
Which they said, where is he most accurate at? Where is
across
on the left and in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Man is really not a great option for this either. You would have to run that zone and have the corner drop.
But I'm surprised because this is a big part of their offense and this is a formation we see a lot. I'm surprised that Tua doesn't go to the right side more often.
Yeah, me too.
Because they're looking for isolation on that side. And Tyreek, in most cases, unless the pass rush gets home quickly, in most cases, Tyreek is eventually going to become open.
Yeah.
And you would think that would be stealing. That's candy.
And that's why the pass rush has to, because you can't allow it. If any given play, if Tua has a bunch of time, Tyreek's eventually going to get open.
Yes.
It don't matter what call it is. You could call it a perfect coverage. You can have the best athletes, but that man runs so fast that it's hard to stay with him. I always tell my story about his rookie year was my rookie year, and my special teams coordinator said, I was on punt block. He said, Tyreek was he was the PP. He was the guy that, to go sad, the dude who do all that. He said, Tyvis, you got that guy down the field, block him, but I'm going to let you know something. He's really fast. Like, they say he legit runs 4.1, 4.2. So I'm like, coach,
Tyvis, I run a 3.9.
No. I'm like, coach. Everybody says that they run fast. They're like, Tyvis, I'm telling you, he's legit fast. Okay. So we get out there in the game. And boom, he shuffles out and he takes off running. ran right past me, Jay. I couldn't
It's
catch
because
him.
he's at full acceleration and
Yeah,
four steps.
it was like I was like, oh my goodness. So I come, he goes down, he forces the fair catch. So I'm running to the sideline. My special teams coordinator standing
told
there.
you.
I told you he was fast.
There's fast and then there's Tyreek
yeah,
fast.
he different.
I know that you looked at me like I had two heads when I said he's my MVP this year. And I know that Cooper Kupp is.
No, the Rams suck.
I wouldn't even put Cooper Kupp in. I mean, I would say what Jalen Hurts is doing is unbelievable
Yeah,
too.
I know because most people always want to go to quarterbacks, but the reason I say that he's the MVP, your MVP has to make people better.
He does.
And Tyreek definitively makes Waddle better, who was already good to begin with.
So Tua didn't go 6 or 7 of 8 at the end of the year last year?
Tua, to me, was average last year.
Tua won games last year.
Tua did win games.
So
he did it with the
how
defense.
much better
But
than
remember the
Kirk Cousins
defense-
is 7-1 though, and no one's saying he's an MVP candidate. They're winning games because.
And last year, that Dolphins
team,
defense was
Really
insane.
good.
it was. It was.
When they beat
I'm not
the
saying
Ravens,
it wasn't, but I'm saying they won games though.
they did win games, but I don't think they won because of Tua. I think they won with Tua. I think this year they're winning because of Tyreek Hill.
I'm with you. Tyreek is a one-of-one weapon in the NFL.
Who else does what he does?
He's the equivalent of Steph Curry on a basketball court, except on a football field, where the
I think
entire
that's very
defense
fair
has
to
to
say.
shift over to. You like that, don't you? See what you know? You don't
make an NBA comparison.
because Tyvis kind
You
of.
would have been better if said he's Giannis.
He's not Giannis.
One of one.
But my point is with Tyreek, the
there
entire
is
defense.
nobody like that.
Gronk was the Giannis of the NFL.
No, he was not.
Size-wise, yeah, he's unstoppable.
No, he was
unstoppable.
not.
I mean, whatever. It's a
Aaron
different-
Donald is like
a whole different conversation.
Aaron Donald is
Giannis.
Giannis. Yes.
If we're talking non-quarterback
Aaron
MVPs,
Donald, and we saw him do it, can take over
Cooper
a game.
Kupp last
any
year
game.
is the Giannis.
Yeah.
Just take
But I
over
think
the game.
Tyreek is that guy this year. I do.
I would agree. And Micah Parsons is the non-quarterback MVP right now, if we're going to get down that path.
I think that's fair.